At the end of this video, you know, the exact phrases men say when they're secretly, deeply, and let's be honest, hopelessly sexually attracted to you. It's called the verbal leak, and it's so powerful. It exposes a man's desire even when he's trying to act just friendly. Most women miss it because it doesn't sound flirty. It sounds casual. Don't worry, it's not witchcraft. Though, if you use it right, you'll start feeling like you can read men's minds, which, let's face it, is every woman's superpower fantasy. So what exactly is the verbal leak? It's basically when a man's words betray his attraction before his actions do. And right now, you're probably thinking, wait, isn't that just flirting? Well, not exactly. Flirting is a performance. It's intentional. The verbal leak is a malfunction. His brain short circuits and the truth slips out. What sounds like small talk is actually a code. When a man says these sentences, he's unconsciously signaling, I want you, but I'm testing if you want me too. What seems innocent on the surface is actually primal communication. Your mom might call it inappropriate. Psychology calls it instinctive attraction. Let's time travel for a second. 10,000 BC, you're a cave woman gathering berries. Across the fire, a caveman spots you. He's not gonna write you poetry or ask about your 5-year plan. He's gonna grunt something like, you strong, you good for fire. Translation, I'm sexually attracted and I wanna merge DNA. Real subtle, right? That same instinct still exists. Only now, instead of saying, you good for fire, modern men say things like, you always smell nice. I like that color on you. You're trouble, aren't you? Different words, same caveman code. Your DNA still knows what it means. Basically, our brains evolved the Wi-Fi and smartphones, but attraction is still running on caveman Bluetooth. Sure, we're not dodging saber-toothed tigers anymore, but the rules didn't vanish. They just upgraded into modern verbal instincts. That's why a man who's attracted to you won't always say you're sexy. That's too obvious, too risky. Instead, he'll drop subtle leaks, tiny clues designed to test your reaction before he goes full caveman. If you react well, he escalates. If you don't, he retreats, pretending it was a joke. These leaks are attraction's safety net. They're how men say, I find you irresistible, but I'm pretending I don't. Now, here's where most women lose power. They hear one of these lines and either A, get embarrassed and deflect it like, stop, or B, overreact and think, oh my God, he's hitting on me. Both reactions kill the spark. Don't be the woman who panics and freezes like she just saw a spider on her dress. Be the one who reads the subtext, smiles knowingly, and plays the game back. One gets ignored, the other gets desired. Your move. So how do you actually spot these verbal leaks in real life? Don't worry. You won't need to carry a psychology textbook on your next date. It all comes down to 4 categories of phrases men use when they find you sexually attractive. Once you recognize these, you'll instantly know when he's feeling the chemistry, even if he's hiding it behind friendly conversation. Ready? Here's the science and the fun part. Signal 1, the disarming compliment. This is when a man compliments you in disguise. He won't say, you're beautiful. He'll say something like, you have such an interesting smile. That color looks dangerous on you. There's something about you I can't figure out. He's using ambiguity as a shield. It gives him plausible deniability. If you reject him, he can laugh it off as just an observation. Well, here's the secret. When men hide compliments behind mystery, it's because they're turned on and scared of exposure. The body says yes. Their ego says, don't make it obvious. It's social camouflage. If you hear a man complimenting your vibe, energy, or aura, congratulations, you've just been stealth flirted with. If he ever says, you just seem different. Yeah, different as in, I can't stop imagining you. Signal 2, the boundary test. He's not being mean, he's being bold. And that boldness comes out as playful teasing. Examples. You look like the type who gets her way. I bet you break hearts for fun. You probably get me in trouble. See the pattern? He's not saying he wants you, he's implying danger. He's testing if you'll dance with the tension or diffuse it. Psychologically, this is a dominance probe. It's his instinctual way of asking, can you handle my energy? Women who laugh, smirk, or respond with a clever comeback automatically pass the test. Women who get defensive signal low comfort and the attraction stalls. Remember, teasing is how men flirt without saying it. It's the grown-up version of pulling pigtails in kindergarten. Signal 3, the observation slip. This one sounds innocent, but it's pure instinct. He'll notice tiny details, the way you wear your hair, how you touch your glass, how you tilt your head when you laugh. You always play with your necklace when you're thinking. You smell different today. You change your hair again? That's not small talk, that's sensory attention. When a man is attracted, his focus narrows like a spotlight. If he's noticing micro details about you, trust me, his brain is in the scan and imprint mode. That's attraction's way of memorizing what it wants. If a guy remembers your nail color from 2 weeks ago, he's either your gay best friend or completely obsessed. There's no in between. Signal 4, the future hint. When a man starts talking about the future in a teasing way, he's not planning a wedding, he's visualizing possibilities. If we ever go on a trip, you'd be the one planning everything. You'd totally beat me at karaoke. You'd make a dangerous partner in crime. He's not serious. He's scripting connection. That's the male brain's way of saying, I'm picturing us together. It's attraction disguised as imagination. And if you play along, you double the chemistry instantly. Now that you know what these verbal leaks sound like, let's talk about how to play them right. Because here's the thing. Most women hear a man say, "You're trouble, aren't you?" and either panic or blush, like it's a pop quiz on flirting. You don't need to panic. You need to pivot. Here's how. Example 1, the disarming compliment. He says, "You got this dangerous smile." Most women reply, "Oh, stop it." Boring, predictable, dead end. Instead, you say, "Dangerous? Only if you can't handle it." Boom! You've just thrown the ball back into his court. Playful, confident, and just a little bit bold. That's the magic mix that drives men insane. You're showing that you understand the game and you're skilled enough to play it. Example 2, the boundary test. He says, "I bet you get your way a lot. Don't defend yourself. Don't get shy. Instead, lean in with mischief. Only with men who let me." Instant shift. He knows you're confident but not arrogant. You're inviting play, not pressure. That's how chemistry works. It's a push-pull dance, not a staring contest. Example 3, the observation slip. He says, "You smell really good." Now, you can say thanks, but if you want to make his heart skip, say, "Good enough to remember," or "Good enough to distract you." He'll smirk, because that's not a response. That's a flirt duel invitation. You've turned a basic compliment into electric tension. Example 4, the future hint. He says, "We'd get in trouble if we ever hung out." Most women giggle and say, "Yeah, probably." But the woman who gets remembered says, "You say that like it's a bad thing." That's playful defiance. It signals confidence, not compliance. And confidence, especially delivered with a smile, is a man's kryptonite. If you're still here, congratulations. You've officially joined the top 1% of women who can hear what men actually mean. Thanks for watching.